It really wasn't short notice. You gave us lots. Like, I love the date on this agenda.
Yeah, it's a little wonky.
Huh.
My PDF, Adobe starts to break, so it is what it is. I'm ready to go whenever y'all are, so just make sure that your mics are on. We'll go ahead and get this party started. Let this before I show up.
Yeah.
Sure, I believe it's used to the mic.
Oh, I know. I feel like I do this more than I want. We'll call the meeting to order today on November 3rd. And with that said, we currently have 3 members present, expecting a 4th member. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, or to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And
Like I said, just make sure your mics are turned off with the green light down the bottom, just so we can hear.
we'll take a brief moment for pause for prayer. All right, and we'll move into approval of the prior meeting agenda or prior meeting minutes. Those are emailed out with notice packet of agenda for this evening's meeting. The prior meeting was September 8th. Do I have a motion for approval for those minutes?
Yeah, motion for approval.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All right.
The downtown decorations. The hay bales and stuff like that, they can.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Right, so the minutes stand as written. And now we go into the items of discussion, which I believe tonight is only the business beautification grant. Is that correct?
That is correct, and I can kind of take over for the time being. We have 2 in front of y'all tonight. I provided y'all with a little bit of the Excel sheet essentially showing what they're requesting and the funds that are appropriated. That we have, of course, nothing's changed since previous years. We got $15,000 to play with for these grants. We have 2 applications currently that, of course, will eat a chunk into that, but it's not everything. So, but we'll go ahead and get started with the 2 that we have. First, let's see, we have Allison, correct? With the, she's at 303 West Hardin Street, Allison O'Brien, for, her pottery studio, over at 303 West Hardin Street. She is looking to add a hanging sign to the pre-existing hardware on the front face of their building. I'm planning on giving the building a new coat of paint and a more modern color scheme. And the pictures that you all can see on the screen and on your agenda, as well as where the sign will hang, and the current storefront, and the potential of what it may look like, as well as the cost estimate that was provided for the signage, the cost of the paint job, and the cost of the paint. And I believe there's some more information about quotes, et cetera, that you can see further on in the agenda as well. And I will allow you all to pose any questions to Miss Allison if there are any, and she'd be more than happy to answer. So.
Miss Allison, do you want to approach the microphone and say anything, any other updates you want to give to us or any other information you want to provide? No pressure.
Hello, thanks for letting me come tonight. So I've been running the pottery studio over on West Hardin Street for the last couple years. We offer pottery classes and we have a storefront gallery. Currently, we have 10 members who create pottery, and some of them are getting advanced enough that they would like to also sell their pottery. And so a goal of mine moving forward is to open with consistent retail hours and to fix up our storefront so that I can have more artisans in our storefront who are from, local to North Carolina and better yet, local to Alamance County, offer their works for sale. And so getting the grant would help us achieve that. And so the front of the building is just a little bit tired. We really need a proper sign. And I have a AI generated photo just to give an estimate of what the goal is. Although in that photo, the landscaping looks very sad. The landscaping will, I'm planning on doing some DIY landscaping to make it look much nicer. But the big things are the sign and the coat of paint to really dress it up and make it a real retail space. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I got a quote from a local painter, got a quote from a sign company, and I'd love to hear any questions you guys have.
I think it'll look so.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
You do need that sign there. You need. that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, people say that all the time. They say, "Oh, we don't know where you are. We drive by and you don't have a sign." So we're very excited.
And I know you did note that you feel you'll be able to fulfill this by May 1st, 2026.
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, I'm hoping to have it up in like the next month for holiday season. So my goal is have a soft opening of the gallery for holiday season and Christmas, and then have a grand reopening in March of this year where we do proper advertising and have everything fleshed out. On a side note, if anyone knows any arts and crafts people, I'm just trying to start to get the word out to local artisans working in materials like pottery, woodworking, glass blowing, fiber arts, quilters, that sort of thing is what, just throwing that out in case anyone knows somebody local who makes nice work.
Okay. I don't have any questions. Bernadette?
No.
Yeah, no questions.
Okay. And are we voting on these as a slate or individual?
We'll do it as a whole. So we'll go to the
Okay.
second one. So that way we can go ahead and, do it all at one time if that works.
Okay.
out for y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll move on to the next one. We have an application, if I can get to it, for 210 North Main Street. Is for the business Mexam. It appears to be they're looking to install windows, on their left side of the building, I believe, repair some stucco and masonry work. On that side, they have, of course, their quotes listed out inside of here, for all of the work. And they kind of have some pictures of pointing where it's exactly going to be to in your packet. You kind of see it from the side. Maybe it's not the left facing side, but you can kind of see at least an illustration of the existing door and replacing some of these new windows inside of there. And I believe we got some representatives here tonight that could also speak to it probably a little bit better than I could. So they might be able to fill you in a little bit more, but this is another one of the requests we have for the business beautification grant here. So I'll turn that over to them if they have anything they would like to send out. I don't know if there's anything in particular, so.
We're not intimidating at all. We're the ones that were late. Come on.
Yeah, you got a little bit of credit up here with these folks,
You
right?
do, for sure.
I'm Chuck Talley at Exodus Street, and,
I'm Jeanette Galvin.
okay, so her dad is proprietor of the Mexican restaurant. They've been there, I think they opened in 2012. And so since 2012, they've been wanting to put windows on the side of the building. It's not in a historical district. The storefront is actually, in the side door is actually bronze metal, so it'll be bronze metal. It'll actually, that was originally like a Winn-Dixie when it was originally built in the 40s. Walls are like over 18 inches thick, so it's a little bit of a barrier to put the windows in. But it's something that'll actually open up their building and make it more spacious by putting more glass in the side of it. And so that's kind of thought in behind it. So yeah, the windows actually do operate at the bottom, so they will open up if they want to let some air in certain times of the year. So they're a little more pricey windows, a little more nicer windows that we thought they'd probably like, and that way it gives it that more of an outside feeling and opens it up a little bit. But yeah. So we're open for questions.
So historically, I know it's not in the historic district, so these windows were never there. So this is going through the full, oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, it's
I love it.
It's a big job. Yeah, 18 inches of brick we have to cut through. So it's like 4 layers of brick.
And it is just on the left-hand side or is it on both
Yeah,
sides?
it's on the south side of the
Okay,
building.
gotcha.
So you're correct. It's overlooking the parking lot.
I was looking
I
at,
think what his goal is he wants to do something over the next 3 years, looking at doing a big outside sitting area like
Yeah.
the Verdict has. And then at some point, he's wanting to put canopies across the front of the building so people can get out of the weather when they're getting out, which will really enhance the building a whole lot. Right now, it doesn't have a lot of character.
Yeah, that's awesome. what an investment in the location for sure. Any questions,
None for me.
Bernadette?
No,
I don't-
that'll look good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me as well. Anything else you want to provide? All right. Well, we appreciate your submission this evening.
All right, so, we've heard from these two folks, of course. If you look at that Excel sheet, you can kind of see, the award amounts. Of course, this only is funded up to 50%, up to $5,000. So you can kind of see, for the Mexam location, essentially the max that we can provide them for that, investment they're putting in there is up to that $5,000 amount. For Allison's, of course, will only be up to that, 50%, which is $800 and some change, I think. Is that correct? Whatever it's showing on there. So that's half
Yeah.
of whatever the project
That's
cost
right.
is. If you want to fund it to 100%. Of course, as I mentioned, there's still some funds left over, that could be appropriated in the future if you all would like to essentially, um, I'll let her join us. That's fine. Hey, Miss Spore.
I did, while we were having her come, I did want to note, because EP Gates does work with a lot of, businesses downtown. I know they'll make the, May 2026 deadline for sure. So I didn't clarify that because I'm pretty solid that was gonna happen. All right. So we'll bring her up to date. So, here's where we are. We have heard from the two submissions in the back of your packet, here, and we are now, looking at, a motion or further discussion on, awarding at a percentage. So the very back page is on one page alone.
Ms. Lepore, I can kind of give you a brief rundown as well. I'll go ahead and start from the top. We have Miss Allison up here in the front left with us. She is at 303 West Hardin Street. She owns a pottery shop here. And she has her storefront here currently that she is requesting to add a sign on this hanging little area through here that has not previously had anything, and also hire somebody to essentially paint. Is it the front or just all around the building? So the front facing is what she's requesting for that, and you can see the prices in that Excel sheet essentially for what's being requested. So that is what Ms. Allison is requesting. And then we have the owners of Mexam who are requesting to put in new windows on the southern side of the building, where there aren't currently any. You can see there's an installation here or an exhibit showing where the windows are going to be located at. The door is currently there, but you're going to place the door with another window. Is that correct, Mr. Talley? Okay, and essentially that's what they're requesting, and they provided their quote below as well. So that's currently where we're at. And like I said, that's I was mentioning to them that we do, of course, award these grants up to $5,000 at 50%. So we can't fund 50% of their Mexams without exceeding the 5,000. So that would be the max that we could award them tonight. With Miss Allison's property, it would be up to half essentially to fund it at 100%. And that's what you can see on the Excel spreadsheet that you're provided as well. And what I was mentioning after that was this does cut into some, but if they're approved tonight, we can of course re-advertise these things and utilize some of that additional money with any additional candidates. So don't feel afraid to approve these tonight. We could still advertise and use some of the remaining money.
And by the consensus of the board, and please excuse my
Yes, ma'am.
tardiness, I was experiencing some spasms, but consensus of the board, Vice Chair, you have been here, you've heard the pleas from the interested parties. How do we need to?
I would like to make a motion that we approve at the 100% award, 50% up to the 5,000, which would be $5,810.01 of the 15,000 that is allotted for this beautification grant.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure you're saying that correct. So
It's $5,810.01 is what we're approving of 15,000 available.
oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So the 5,000 plus got you. I see now.
Or
I second.
have any rejections?
Is everybody in favor?
Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Perfect. I'll just go ahead and say I appreciate y'all being here tonight. You'll receive memos from myself tomorrow essentially stating the award amount, and deadline dates. And whenever you do have this work complete, you'll just reach back out to me and we will get the funds issued back out upon completion. We do appreciate you being here tonight and that we could get this settled for you all. So again, thank you all so much for your patience and being here.
Thank you for your patience.
Thanks for coming.
Can't wait to see the finished.
Yeah,
product.
thank you for the investment. Yeah, and then Graham for sure. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
thank you all. We don't bite. Come back again.
Pottery shop.
Oh, both of them. Yeah, putting windows in.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
Have a young man here?
Yes, ma'am. I guess we can, go ahead and give y'all some updates over on our end, staff side, and we can talk about some other things as well while I got all y'all here. This is Jonathan Buckley. He is our, new planner here. Of course, he, is replacing Evan, as he has moved on with us. So we hired Jonathan. The expectation is, of course, for the same thing as we did last time with Evan, incorporating him into these things. So you'll see me for a little while. Eventually, you won't see me probably again for another little bit of while. But we're very happy to have him along and just introduce him. I'll let him speak a little bit to y'all right now if he feels so inclined. But
Sure.
that's essentially all I got.
It's great to meet you guys, see how this process works firsthand. Cameron's been taking that seriously and he's showing me a lot of how the planning around here works and all the growth that Graham's going through, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
Wonderful. Welcome aboard. And don't take tonight as your first experience. It's a very experience.
Well, I think it's a pretty darn good experience. Cameron calls and three of us come running. So I think that.
You see who's really in charge. No, but I apologize. I am just all over the place with spasms and I had it all confused. And Bernadette said, I was telling her next week and
I know. I think
That-
that's just the council moving the date got everybody a little confused. So,
Yeah.
all right, we made it work and we got them out of here
Yeah, we
tonight in a
did it.
reasonable time.
And thank goodness it's a small town.
right.
I know. That's why I was like, guys, like Miss Cheryl's all the way over on Cherry Lane. I was like, how long is it gonna take her to get here?
Told you 5 to 7 minutes. Did you time me? Don't tell Graham, please.
I've gone over like across there to go to the driving range on occasion.
can take
And it,
Traffic can be a bit of a beast. Yeah, for
especially
sure.
right there on 54, trying to get across the
Oh.
under 4085. So,
Now, can I, Jonathan, are you in Alamance County? Or you,
No, man, I'm in Durham.
you're down in Durham? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but very, very cool place.
Yeah.
Definitely excited to be around, spending a lot of time up here and learning the layouts of Elements County. Very good.
Okay.
So outside of that, I mean, is there any other things that y'all would like to talk about tonight since we got y'all here? I know, we're pushing up on Christmas season, right?
Right.
I don't know if y'all are looking to do the decoration, not the downtown deck, or the window
Yeah,
contest.
Window contest,
Window contest and also the
beautification.
yeah, whatever, what do we call it? It's been so long. The housing decoration, whenever the
Yes,
the
we want to
residential
do that
appearance-
too,
the
Cameron.
residential
Quarterly
appearance award.
residential.
Award, yeah.
So I think I've been working, Brandy did send something out to me about the downtown
Window.
window decoration contest. So I just need to affirm that with her essentially, and we will essentially decide on that at our December meeting. The same with the residential appearance. I think it's just a matter of getting all that stuff advertised for y'all to talk about in December. But I think outside of that, there's really nothing much that y'all need to kind of worry about outside of waiting to decide on those two things in December. And like I said, I'll also re-advertise some stuff about, if y'all are okay with me extending and re-advertising the stuff for the grants.
Yeah.
We can see if we can get some more traction. If not, then we got some people approved and that's fine. But I think those are the only three things right there that we'll look at in December is window decorating contest, residential appearance award, and the remainder of the grant funding. And that'll be where we're at. So if anybody has anything else to add on top of that, we can certainly take a look at it. But I think that's what we'll look forward to in December. So we'll see y'all again. I'll make sure that I'll try and send some follow-ups. Of course, I'll send the agenda out a week ahead of time, maybe, Friday. I'll give y'all a little heads up and Monday morning, not, just in case, because
Yeah.
And I'll read my emails.
Right.
Sorry. but I think that's all I got over here. So I don't know if there's anything else y'all would like to talk about. But I'll leave it up to y'all.
Everybody has to take pictures, okay, of the homes, okay, because then we put them up here and we vote on them, so.
I did
everybody
want to
gets a
ask
picture.
Cheryl,
So,
how did her cleanup day, where are we, is that
So
canceled?
we didn't clean up.
yeah,
The timing and everything, it didn't make sense because there wasn't enough bandwidth. But there is a spring cleanup day that we can, maybe in December, if we finalize it, we can put that out. Because ultimately, we need to get groups involved. And that's where it kind of fell flat.
So we'll continue to work on that.
so I'm hoping that we have a new PR person here that's handling a lot of our social media. I'm hoping that maybe these residential appearance things for like the residential appearance for Christmas and the winter stuff, maybe we can do it to where it's more, I guess, community based, where people can actually vote like we've done in the past. I know we've had issues of not getting enough votes from the public and having to kind of go out and investigate some of the stuff on your own. So, I mean, I don't know if y'all want to try and play it like that, where we're kind of hoping that members of the community would respond to this stuff due to, maybe a little bit more of a blast on the social media side of things. Or if you still want to kind of kick it old school and do a how we were, where y'all go out and y'all look at your own. Or we can do a mix of vice versa. So,
And there, you see a difference, like, they do have a new PR person.
Yeah.
Like, what's online now, it really, they're on there more, they're really showing good stuff,
It's more
putting out good information, I've seen a great
I
difference.
think, yeah, I have to.
So,
so
yeah.
hopefully, you get that big blast out multiple times throughout November. It'll, incline some people to, see their neighbors and whatnot.
How many people have voted on the plan? I'm sorry.
The
Like,
master plan.
I'm afraid will we get that?
What plan?
Just talking about the master
Just
plan.
taking,
Mm.
doing these things, it's hard to get the public involved.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think it's definitely people's choice. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
I
start with
think they
people's
should.
choice and then you could do, whatever, you could do it
I would
twice.
love to
Just
see it.
depends on participation.
So maybe we'll take a look at it about halfway through, see if we've gotten any public traction, and then I'll reach out to y'all and be like, hey, we're good or we're bad. We might need to take a look at some of our own stuff and include some of these other people. But right now, I guess if y'all saw it, we thought we'll stick to the public side of things with the hopes that, our bigger presence on social media can kind of help impact some of that stuff. And of course, the downtown's gonna be relatively easy to do it because they do it anyways. So, but of course, there's, that incentive of a trophy they can have for a little while. So.
I think part of it is timing of advertising things and when people are notified of what's going on. I think that's been some traction issues in the past.
For sure. I mean, you think if we
That
got
I've seen.
advertised like this week, I mean, would that be an issue?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's. got
People are
their-
gonna start decorating.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is like
First of November or anytime in November and Thanksgiving. So,
people probably already got it decorated. There's some people in my
Most
neighborhood.
people- Yeah, some people do.
I mean, and the same thing with the store windows downtown. I mean, you gotta let them know that that's going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
prior to us voting on it, or even seeing what's out there. So.
Is there a theme? I mean, last year was peanuts because of Alamance Arts and that whole thing. Is there a theme this year?
I don't think so. I think there's not much going on with that side of things that I've heard of. I think this is all just kind of coming from us and you all, of course, as the board, asking them and, assigning a winner from y'all. Cause I know it was a little bit different last year where it was kind of in collaborate. I don't even really know if it was in collaboration or if they asked people to do it. Or if we advertised it and they were
They
like, hey,
participated. Yeah, I think we just advertised it.
yeah, but we'll leave it at that.
So do a lot on their own too, like they
Mhm.
have it for that, Thanksgiving weekend,
Mhm.
so. they're
Yep,
decorating.
we don't have anything to do as far as decorations with that now, so that's good. We just do the trophies. We still have the trophies and we'll have those out. I did want to just bring up about the fall decorations. We probably want to, as soon as we get them collected this year, make a good list of what we have.
Yeah.
I think we should be pretty good for next year because we didn't have a lot of rain. I think during the fall festival, some people may have taken a couple of things off of some displays, but overall, I went around and kind of straightened them up a little bit this week. And it looks like we are good with inventory. But I think we need to get a better head start and get a schedule for everybody to make sure, because, I mean, I had to go out there by myself because it was just, everybody was busy.
Yeah.
And I do understand scheduling, but we've got to make a better attempt to be a group and a team, because it was kind of hard. I went over and our budget was 1,000. They had cut it from 15 to 1,000. And I actually spent $820 at Sims Pottery, and turned in the slip here with Town Hall and the mayor, and they took care of it. But it was touch and go. It was very hectic and very stressful, because we didn't get a lot of help. So if everybody can just look at their calendar for next year, and we can just say we can start a little sooner, maybe do 2 weeks
Did we-
sooner than
Yeah, I
what
mean,
we
even
had.
We
for the-
skip August meeting? We didn't meet in August, right?
We didn't have, that's what I'm saying. So now, because we may have similar situations with all of the holidays coming up, there are several months in the year that, like the first of the year is coming, we probably won't meet.
Well, I think typically we, set aside the first of the year for y'all to be able to create a calendar for the future months to see exactly when you want to meet, when you want to have all this stuff figured out. So maybe there's, I mean, of course, we'll still probably do that in January. So I mean, if everybody comes prepared on, things you want to do, et cetera, specific timelines that we can discuss and, have discussions about, I don't think it'd be a problem to kind of set some of this stuff aside. My only question is, I mean, what about pickup currently? I mean, do y'all need to organize something to get the stuff picked up?
Yeah, we need to, yeah, that was my next thought, is that now we need to focus on pickup, but we need to find out exactly when that is, because we did ask for an extension to be left in place until after Thanksgiving, and they start the Christmas,
needs
but
to
they
be
need to
there
be,
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because they start putting up Christmas.
That was-
decorations like the week before. Yeah.
if I can finish what I'm saying. And so that was the final decision of the board, with that we would not have it extended. So then the next thing of interest was that about the flags. So I did reach out to the mayor the last meeting, and she has agreed to be the liaison for this committee, but if we have one, then I guess we won't need her to work in that capacity. And then we have another part of the council coming on for the HRC, which is a totally different meeting, but she had agreed to be the liaison for this meeting, but we have one, and welcome aboard. We're glad to have you.
Well, we'll still have a council liaison here. So like I said, it's, this is more or less a transition. Like you won't be seeing as much of me. It's like more or less he'll be taking my position here and I'll not be here. So
You're
you'll
not-
still,
So she'll still be needed.
I think typically a lot of these boards have a council liaison, right?
Yeah.
And if she wants to be the one
But
that,
right now, we don't really have one for either board, because the last one for the other board has also resigned. So
Yeah.
I think we have a candidate that stepped up and said they will do that as well.
for sure.
So now he'll take eventually your place, and then someone can still serve there.
So
So
we'll have like a staff liaison and a council liaison.
how does that work as far as the election? Do they still stay on the council if they don't?
December, I think, is when they
It
make. the
changes
change.
over, right? Okay.
Yeah, so,
So we don't know who it'll be.
yeah, I think they stay in till, I think everybody gets brought in at the December council meeting.
The December, okay.
So like
So we-
election days, of course, is tomorrow. And they have the council meeting tomorrow. So it could be that, I don't know. So, but like the for example, Mr. Young is on our planning board meeting and he's on our historic resource commission. He would be able to take part in, if elected on tomorrow night, because he's running for city council, he would still
Yeah.
be able to do the historic resource commission meeting and the planning board meeting for this month because it hasn't been officially sworn in yet to the council at that December meeting. So, but it would be a little bit different for, if somebody was coming off, I guess. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
So the flags, as far as the flags, I spoke with the mayor about that as well, and what she's indicated is that they had turned in all of the information, so I don't know if you, and they turned in the information, gave examples of
Mhm.
different flags, and we were to go through them as a commission and kind of help them to select them. But they have the company, they have the actual flags, but they have more than one type
Mhm.
that they were looking at, and our responsibility was to be able to just to help them make a selection. They did not need to know what type because that has already been picked. The vendor has been picked. The money has been set aside. So the only thing they're looking for now is just our input on what our suggestions are as far as what we would agree to being appropriate for the downtown area.
For sure.
So she says that that has already been submitted and maybe somewhere with Evan, it may have,
Yeah, I think we've taken a look at some of it. We just, of course, haven't brought it in front of you all yet, because I think we're still sorting some stuff out on our side. We're trying to get inventory of where all these things are located, and I think there was also the discussion of the Veterans Day thing, that y'all we're looking to do as well. That would have to be brought in front of city council for some of these things as well. So, I think it's definitely something we could talk about next month. Not have a problem with that at all, so.
okay. Yeah, so we put that on the agenda, and then maybe we can get that resolved, because I know some people had some issues with it, just kind of being an ongoing thing, and we want to get it resolved as far as this commission's responsibility.
For sure.
And then give it back to them. There was something else I was going to say. Something else came up during that meeting. Yes, and we will also have an open, application for, this board as well.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to make it to so where if we don't have someone here, that we will still have a quorum, in the other meeting as well. But yeah, so that's another thing too. We want open application, want it publicized, making sure that we give other people opportunity to come and join us. We need more manpower, man, woman power, being able, so we can grow and be more visible in the community, in the downtown area, and making sure that we are fulfilling, our obligation. We need to go as a group and look at the downtown. And I know the Centennial Park has been an issue for both boards, so we're really trying to size that up. We're trying to get people involved to where they are more visible downtown, so we can know when these things come in front of us, we know what they are. Because I was late, I had already looked at them, so that gave me a heads up of what was going on, but I didn't know the consensus of the board walking in late, so that's the difference. But, you do a great job with your agenda, which, with compiling the information. And I think if we do have an opportunity to get more people, and I'm really looking to go back, and hopefully everybody will agree that we go back to our 7 chairs, because it makes a big difference. It makes a better of an impact, and we need to be, and this is a poor example of what I'm getting ready to say with all the everybody not showing up and you having to sit here and call us. I do apologize for that. But I really, I was 2 steps from taking another pill, and I'm glad I didn't. I just thought, well, my stomach's not feeling the best. I maybe should wait a while, and wouldn't have been able to drive and make it here. So I apologize for that, but we really have to make sure that everybody's getting the reassurance that this board is been taken seriously. The council they do respect and they weigh heavily on our decisions and our thoughts. And they do look for us to have more input, and being a part of their agenda at least 2 to 3 times a year, maybe once a quarter, may be also a good idea. So they can know exactly what our needs are. We have been taken from $15 to $1,000. So that's another thing we need to discuss. Is that a workable amount? Is that going to be feasible for us to be at that low of a budget? How is it working right now? With the 820 that I spent, we do have other monies available. What would we do with that money? I know we're going to give a certificate to the person who does the beautification, things of that nature, but we need to think about other ways that we can uphold our mission, and something that we were sworn under oath to do, to uphold the beautification of this city. And I think maybe we need to come up with a lot more ideas of how we can interact, and just interested in hearing anybody else's opinion. But, this is a live meeting, and the projection sometimes does not go over as that we are being taken seriously. But trust me, guys, I did go down after hearing your concerns. And I did just I couldn't get on the agenda because the agenda had already been done that day when I called in that next day from our meeting. But I could have signed in the back. But they were saying, well, just wait till the next month. So now we're at the next month, and I don't know where our thoughts are with all of the concerns that we had the last meeting. Do we still have all of those concerns, or is everybody pretty calm and settled down with what we were thinking about how we are being looked at and how we're being taken? Because if this board goes away, this board has been made a part of a whole nother board that was destroyed. This particular board could have been the same way because we had people that just abandoned the board. And so we struggled to keep it together. And now we need to make sure that we make even a better impression on our city and making sure that they understand that we are serious about our duties. Anyone have a comment or concern or like to address anything at this time? I think this is the time we need to take and utilize this time because next month we should be really full force ahead. And I think we're going to open up for our grants and you're going to extend the date for the applications. So we got a lot coming and hopefully we get more participation also from the community. And maybe dropping in, like I said, as a group, and maybe we can divide up and just go into the businesses and into the historic district and finding out what people's thoughts are. You know, a lot of people have, even when I was polling for the election, a lot of people have a lot of concerns still about this hotel that's abandoned. That's historic, but it's also appearance. So in some point or another, we do meet roads with several different boards. And we need to make sure that which board is going to take the responsibility. But we need to, you know, look at our area, and some of the areas are looking a little dim. You know, we need a lot of pressure washing downtown. Is that going to come out of historic? Is it going to come out of appearance? So we need to be more clearly defined, in my opinion, of whose responsibility it is. Because when I say something about it at historic, well, appearance board can kind of work on that too. But appearance commission does not have the money unless we're going to go back to the council and get money for the pressure washing, because the city was saying they don't have the money or they don't have the manpower.
The
So,
pressure wash private businesses, is that what you're?
well, the awnings and things like that. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So that's going to fall back on the appearance commission or either historic, but historic is saying, well, that's something from appearance. So you guys could probably want to take that on.
I feel like that comes from the grant funds that we distribute out from both of these boards, because it really boils down to, like you said, beautification or facade upgrade. I don't
Facade,
think
yeah.
the city ourselves would use taxpayer dollars to,
And they're not going to do it. That's what I'm saying. So we can't look at the city to be responsible. So one of these, our board maybe can say to the council, we are on a very tight budget. And for us to be able to make a better impact and have more say-so on how the appearances are around town, we need to have more operational funds. We just can't do much on what we have. Next year, maybe we'll have a little more in the budget if we get back to our increase of 1,500, because we won't have to buy decorations. So we won't have that big bulk coming out, and maybe next year we can start some type of cleanup. Or do something,
yeah,
but
I think it's.
it is looking bad in certain areas.
Definitely mention a lot of this stuff, and I think, you know, if we bring these ideas to the forefront, like I said, when we're planning in January to discuss a lot of this stuff, I mean, this is a lot of things that we can talk about, what you want to do throughout the year, highlights of what you all want to do, but I mean, I think that's definitely something we could talk about, but it does take action on all parts up here, whether it be, you know, discussing it in front of city council and making that request, and also bringing it forward during these meetings for, you know, the board to essentially to determine. So it is something that I can really provide honestly at this point.
Anybody else?
Ms. Ray?
No other comment.
All right, do we have, anyone from, no, city council, no updates? Did you get anybody to send you anything, Cameron? No? Any staff updates?
No, ma'am, I think I provided all those during, prior to whenever we were introducing Jonathan. That's about the only update I have.
And what update was, oh, when you were introducing him, okay, but there's nothing else?
There
Oh,
is
yeah, I'm sorry.
cleaning up the decorations,
Okay.
that weekend before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if they
It's Thanksgiving the 27th, so the 20th,
Would be-
21st, 22nd?
Yeah, 22nd, 23rd.
22nd. Is anybody available that weekend to come out and help clean up?
The weekend, not that, not the, not the, week, not the 20th. I can be available.
Saturday's 22nd, 23rd.
22nd is Saturday, Sunday is 23rd.
Yeah.
But city office isn't open on the weekends. Just-
No, but you can hold on to everything and we can put it down in the basement on
Can we
Monday.
drop it off at the fire department?
If they'll take it, if their bays are open and I give them a little bit of a heads up, I'm sure they would, but they'll just sit over there. We'll have to move it. So it really doesn't matter. Regardless, it's got to get down there somehow. But I think it would be beneficial for you all to pick it up and also make that inventory.
Okay, so we're gonna need, definitely, okay. I won't be available to pick up anything. I can package stuff, but I won't be able to do any lifted, so we need to get
Just pulling hay- The town will come around and pick up the hay.
the
bale.
hay bales, yeah,
It's just picking up all the.
I'm sure we can make that happen. I'm sure it's not gonna be a problem.
yeah. I can get the decorations up, but that's what I was
And I think
concerned, the
the
hay
bales
bales.
are-
I can't do the hay bales, but I can definitely help with the decorations. And we can start, I mean, how early do you think is too early? I mean, do you think we can start
That-
this week? Okay, so, well, who has availability? Okay, so,
Hold on. I'm getting confused here. I thought we said we were looking for one core date. We want to keep them up at least for a good portion of November. It's just November
So
3rd.
Like the weekend before Thanksgiving.
So if we said like Saturday, the 22nd,
22nd.
Yeah.
like we said, like
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, like midday is hard for me, but like first thing in the morning, then we can just put them in like trash bags,
Yeah.
get inventory. Maybe only two of us go, because then two of us are gonna have to keep inventory is what we've said. We want to make a spreadsheet or something.
Mhm.
So you can't, it's really hard to take a spreadsheet and collect stuff at the same time because it's hard. So they're two separate tasks. So if two people wanted to go and collect stuff, taking things apart is a lot easier than putting things together. If they go in like a trash bag or something that is able to carry, if they come back here and then someone is able to come here and organize
That
an
would be-
inventory, but it would have to be during working hours so they could be stored.
So it wouldn't be on a Saturday. So
No.
where are we gonna
I
store
can
the
do a
stuff from?
Saturday mornings.
I could-
Saturday mornings, we'll
can do
rip
a
it
Saturday
apart,
morning.
put it into a bag,
Okay.
okay?
All right,
And then we can get it here and you can come in inventory.
me and
during the
Cheryl.
week. Does
Well,
that
during
sound
the
like
week,
a plan?
I work during the week, so I
Same here.
can't do that, but I can do Saturday morning.
Okay, so once we get the.
You all
items
can't, like, I
to-
mean, what you pick up and inventory at the same time. I mean, could you
Dude.
do that and like combine?
Up there with the clipboard.
Exactly. I mean, you
I
can,
think if we just like
A backpack.
had a bag, because most of the stuff are the
If three
same.
of us are doing it, then yes, one person
Please
can
get a
inventory.
bag, take a section of town, boom, boom, boom. throw
There
it
you
in the
go.
bag.
But what I'm suggesting is
Take
that,
it home,
It's really
put it
not.
back in my car till Monday and drop it
How
off.
much?
Monday.
It's $800 plus worth of stuff. This sounds like a lot of stuff.
it's a
like-
lot of stuff, but what I'm gonna suggest, because I know what the stuff it consists of, is that all of the items are the same, right?
Okay.
So if we had a bag and we put all the same items,
Pumpkins.
yeah, pumpkins in a bag.
All
the
folded.
straw, the
Sunflower
straw and the
flowers,
sunflower, we have
fine.
an orange sunflower, we have a yellow sunflower, put all those in separate bags and just label them and just count how many they are. And
All right.
that should,
And then you
because
can
we,
put it on the bag.
and then we can put it on the bag,
And
on some.
We can do that
tape,
Saturday morning,
There you go.
the
22nd.
22nd, 9 AM, 8:30
and
AM,
then 9.
before people open their shops.
8 AM.
8 a.m. is-
8 AM is lovely.
8 a.m. is great.
I'll be here.
Saturday.
All right.
22nd.
And we'll inventory for you, Cameron.
Well, it's not just from.
Please send out a reminder, though.
Oh, I will.
And Cameron, if you can just pull that, sheet, the invoice, okay? The invoice that was turned in for the 820.
Sure.
Each particular item is an itemized statement.
Okay.
That will help us too.
Yeah, and you'll see what you're
Identify.
missing, I guess.
11:22, meet at the verdict. It is 8 a.m. We're
Friday,
inventory
and I'll give you. trash bags.
gathering and,
You're gonna give the trash bag?
oh,
Oh,
Lord.
great help.
How about
Karen.
Sharpie? We have.
Yeah, I'll
Sharpie
put some
too.
masking
Sharp
tape
and
on
some
it.
masking tape.
Yeah,
How about a clipboard?
I
Are
can
we
do
getting
that
two
too.
feet? Are we getting two?
No, I got it all. Y'all
The
just
tan tape,
masking tape.
masking tape. Okay, I said it right. Okay, so
Okay. Wow,
masking tape and a Sharpie.
Y'all
and
got it.
Right on masking tape,
that
right?
sounds lovely.
You're
All right,
so-
we're good.
I appreciate it, y'all. I don't, do y'all have anything else?
No, 8 o'clock at the verdict,
I motion to adjourn.
A second.
okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes,